Hello and welcome to another clown reaction video from me, Barnaby King at Clown Spirit. Today I'm bringing you a special Winter Olympics themed clown reaction, one of the funniest skaters I have ever seen. So don't go away. Hi, I'm Barnaby King from Clown Spirit, where we use the power of clowning to bring lightness, connection and joy to your life and the lives of everybody around you. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button right now and the notification button so that you don't miss a single video. It's great to see you. Welcome. Now today's clown reaction video is kind of a special one because it's the Winter Olympics, and so we're bringing you a skater. And this is a Canadian comic skater. He's a beautiful clown. His name is Kurt Browning and you're going to love him. This is totally in the tradition of the circus clown who tries to do the amazing act that everyone else is doing, and in this case it's skating, and he totally fails. So it's wonderful to watch this beautiful classic skill of the clown, and let's get right into it. Here we go.
Kurt Browning is very spontaneous.
Kurt Browning is the Elvis Presley of skating. If he would be skating in the 50s, he would probably be put in jail. Because he doesn't know what the legs is doing. They're like, hey, I'm not doing it, they're doing it themselves. The most talented person, the biggest entertainer I've ever seen in my life. The biggest source of inspiration.
Okay, so as I said, we have this wonderful setup. You know, he's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's in this environment, right, where the norm is to be an amazing skater. So he's kind of already going against the norm, and people love it. And he's got this great connection with the audience. You can see that. And he sees something at the other side of or in the middle, or at the other side of the rink, and he really, really wants it. And it's very cartoonish, right? In the way that he demonstrates his desire. It's very clear, all his thoughts. He wants to get across the other side of the skating rink, but he's really scared, but he's trying to build himself up to it. And then he goes across, and he can barely stay up, right? He's kind of like, you know, kicking and just trying to stay on his feet, and he can't. And he kind of gets to the other side almost accidentally, and does like this big sigh of relief. And then he does the same thing again. So it's like a little achievement, right? But then we get this kind of facial expression that communicates, oh, you want me to do better, do you? It's almost like there's an implied criticism, like he hasn't done enough, like it wasn't a big enough achievement. And he notices and he acknowledges that he's still got these protective strips on the skates. So we have this other kind of little problem creeping in. So beautifully timed rhythmic thing. This time, you know, he's taken the protective things off, nice little connection with the audience there, and then he gets onto the ice. And it's a great example of where he's using a lot of skill, but the story he's communicating is the complete lack of skill, right? It's failure. It's like he's trying to go forward, but the movement he's doing is actually making him go backwards. And then he mimes catching hold of a rope and pulling himself to the other side, and he manages to sort of flex his body in such a way that it looks like he's been plucked, you know, forward by this actual rope, and falls flat on his belly and slides all the way to the other side of the rink. So it's, you know, it's like a trick concealed within a sort of story of failure. Beautiful, as I said before, example of this kind of trick, anti-trick clowning. Big celebration. So again, these last two little episodes, this time he's kind of got into a mode where he's super confident, right? Now he's like, yeah, I can do all the tricks, and he gets out onto the ice and he's doing the tricks, but then he kind of gets, with his confidence comes this kind of fall, right? So, or not fall, but he kind of gets caught, he gets trapped in this spin, he can't get out of it. And again, it's a classic trait or trope of clowning, which is when the clown gets too confident and thinks that he has mastered something, you know, there's a sting in the tail, there's a kind of a fall that has to happen, and he just about manages to escape from that spin and sort of falls out of the rink onto the edge again. And it's interesting to note how there's this constant movement, right? He's not on the ice the whole time. He has moments on the ice and then moments on the ground with the audience. And again, that's very typical of clowning, moving back and forth between the stage and the audience, kind of blurring that boundary. Beautiful. So there's a whole sort of finale sequence here where he sees something in the middle. It's such a pool of light, but he really, really wants to get there, and this becomes the kind of the most important thing. But again, he's playing with this tension, anticipation. The more he tries to get closer to it, the more he seems to move away from it, and he's circling round and around, and he's got all this array of tricks. Finally, he does this kind of flip and ends up in the circle, but almost not sort of realizing it, flat on his back, he flips over onto his belly, gets up, falls over again, and then suddenly he realizes that he's actually there. And it's like this, how did I get here? It's sort of this accidental accomplishment, achievement of the original goal. So from nothing, from feeling like he's exhausted and failed, he's suddenly like there in the middle of the spotlight, of the limelight, the crowd loving it. And I think it's so interesting how with this kind of clowning, you see that people love this almost more than they love the technical proficiency and virtuosity of the actual figure skaters, right? To see this clown who is so connected to them, who in a way reflects their experience of everyday life. He's like one of us, right? Who would probably slip and slide all over the place if we got onto the ice. Even though he's this brilliant ice skater, in our minds, he's closer to us than all those, you know, very distant kind of godlike athletes that we come to see and give the gold medals to. And so we love him even more than we do them. It's transcendent, and this is the beauty of clown. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Kurt Browning, for an amazing comic skating routine there. I've never seen anything like this. Really, really wonderful. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, please do so right now. Clown Spirit channel, hit the notification button, check out the other clown reaction videos that are out there. And if you have a video you'd like me to react to, whether it's you or another classic clown act that you'd like to see a reaction to, please just send it on over to me, Facebook, email, whatever. Send it to me. All the stuff is down below in the description, and see you later. Keep clowning.